Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take 40-year-old ZX Spectrum tapes, you know, those ones we made as a kid, and attempt to load and play them today. Okay, so this week we have a mixture of tapes. We've got Boots, we've got Duelit Smiths, and we've got this one which I really don't want to try and pronounce, but I'll try. Saisho? I don't think I've actually done one of these before, to be honest with you, but let's just start with this one. This one has got a few things on it, one of which is Salamander, made in Switzerland. I wouldn't have thought a company name like that would be made in Switzerland. That's an interesting one, but anyway. And it's also got Sky Shark on the other side. I'm not sure what Sky Shark is. It's an old lot of S's today, isn't it? Salamander, Sky Shark. But I'm not sure about this one. I think this one, by the sound of it, is something that was released by Firebird, because it got that distinctive sort of load, chunk kind of feel to it. So it could be that one. Salamander, we played this on the Super 20p Arcade Challenge recently. It's a great looking game. It's good on the Spectrum as well. Sort of a follow-up to Nemesis. I think Nemesis was first from memory. Konami shoot 'em up of sorts. So we've got that one. And then I've got a Boots one, Mighty Boots tape, and it does actually say what we've got on here. Let's go Rygar and Hyperbowl. Hyperbowl, I feel is a budget title, whereas Rygar was released as a full price one, and it's overwriting something else. I'm not sure what was on there. Can you see that? I can't see that. Something else was on there anyway, but Hyperbowl is there, and we've got Rygar, and Rygar's an arcade conversion, which is kind of cool. It's one of my, I kind of like it. It's a little bit like Rastan, but with a great big ball and chain, effectively, or sharp spinning blade. And then finally, we've got this one, and I chose this one because they're usually very popular, these ones, or these are very popular games. They cost quite a lot of money. Flying Scotsman. So I assume we're going to be able to drive. Well, drive. Do you drive? Yes, you do. You drive. You drive a train, don't you? Do you drive it? And it seems weird to say the word drive a train, but they are drivers, aren't they? But anyway, it's the Flying Scotsman. I don't know whether there was two sides to it, but it seems to be the same length. So somebody was really keen on this, so they basically made a special version twice because of that. So we've got the Flying Scotsman to try, and as I said, they're very popular at the old train games. They cost quite a lot of money nowadays. But anyway, without further ado, I'll get one of these into a tape drive. Okay, the tape's in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite, which is Basic, and load it. Hear me frantically tapping the button there to go down to it. Load it, or load speech marks. Right, let's push the button, we'll see if we can load. This is Rygar we've got in first. I do like Rygar, I'm a bit of a fan of this one. Back in the day, though, I rather like Rastan too. I think I bought it, again, it was one of these sort of big pocket money purchases, and I bought Rastan, and I remember the sort of cover with the sort of barbarian king on the front, sort of Conan-esque, sort of just chopping with his sword at some kind of, I think it was a lizard creature, wasn't it? Was it a lizard? You'll tell me in the comments below. But Rygar is one of those games. This one's got a man on the front, and it's got some tigers coming at him, and he's attacking the tigers. It's kind of cool. I've got to admit, I'm kind of impressed with this game as a sort of a run along, chopping stuff up. Same with Rastan. Realistically, Rastan was very much the same sort of game. It got a re-release, didn't it, on the Hit Squad? I think that's one of its sort of claim to fame. It's got a Hit Squad re-release. This, I think, was US Gold. I believe it was US Gold. And to be fair, I'm just going to mention. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I can hear the turbo loader going on. I can hear that horrible thing. Yeah. Rewind and reload, yes or no? I can hear that horrible turbo loader, that speed loader that they put in to sort of make it more difficult to make special versions of things, but also at the same time it was meant to speed up the loading of the game, and of course it was horrible. I'd rather waited an extra minute for it to load than have to sit through a turbo loader that didn't do its thing. But that was the nature of the beast back then, wasn't it? It was absolutely the nature of the beast. Maybe it was games beginning with letter R. Rastan, Rygar, possibly. I know this was on the NES too. I know it'll be on the Amstrad, and it'll have been on the Commodore 64. It was on most things. To be fair, I've never played it on the Commodore 64 or the Amstrad. Or have I played the Amstrad version? I might have played the Amstrad version. I don't remember playing the Commodore 64 version. I will have to try that, actually. Definitely will have to try that. We're getting close, by the way, if you've not noticed. I noticed there's a couple of extra Evercade games out recently. Hang on, I'm going to grab them from behind me. Where are we? We're just here. Hang on. You just stay there. Oh. Right. I'm coming back. I'm here. There's a couple of extra new. Oh, yes, Rygar is going to be one of those. Let's see if we can find it on PlayZX while I'm talking about this whole thing. Where have I got another copy? I'm looking around to see if I can see another copy of Rygar. I can't see one of them. I can't see one handy. Did it get a re-release? Did it get a? I'm looking at my Hit Squad now. Not that I've got many of them, but did it get a Hit Squad re-release? I feel it should have done because it was a pretty good game actually. It's again run along sort of shooting and run along sort of hitting things with a bit of metal sort of bar type thing or metal ball. Let's have a little look, see if I can find it on the old PlayZX. It'll have to be there. I'm sure it'll be there. Let's have a little look. Right, Rygar. Next, yes, there was a re-release on Kicks, and the re-release is a lot longer to load, which probably means no turbo loader. Thank goodness for that. Let's press the play button. Let's press that one. Let's press play. There's also another re-release elsewhere. We'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. I like that, by the way. That's cool. You know how they managed to get rid of the word program at the beginning of it. I don't know how they managed to put that in the header, but it's kind of cool, isn't it? So when it loads it there, it just puts Rygar at the top to go on the screen. I mean, more people should have done that. It would have looked awesome, wouldn't it? But anyway, I was saying the Evercade's released a couple of extra things at the moment, new ones, and they've also done a rare collection of their Mega Tech thing, if you've ever seen that. The Mega Tech things are like 50 quid, and they come with like... Depends on who they are, but it actually has Jetpack on it, the new one. So this little handheld's got Jetpack and a few other games. Night Law, I think, is on there and other things like that. So there's a rare version of that coming out in June. But the latest ones to be... Yes. Right, let's try the re-release. I need that. Speed loaders are the bane of every person's life. They really are. There is another re-release, Spanish re-release. Let's see if this one works. Let's see if we can get that going. It's very, very, very what's on the tape. We're used to this. This is how it normally works. It's how it normally works. How it never loads. This is actually shorter. I've no idea why, but it's got red letters. Anyway, so they've released the Turrican collection, a game that everybody really raves about, but I've never been able to quite get into it. I remember it on the Commodore Amiga and thinking, wow, this is very impressive and the graphics are great, and then they've released it, but it's like every version of it. It's like the Mega version, it's the Super version. It's it's been out before, to be honest with you. They released it on the Switch. We can get it on the Switch as well, but they've got this whole cartridge though with all of the collections on it. All 8 games plus 2 bonus games. I'm not sure what the 2 bonus games are. Oh, it's the Director's Cut and the Mega Score version of it. So they've got that that's come out, which is kind of cool. I like that. What else? What else, he says, just throwing it behind him in a pile. In a nice big pile. Nice big juicy pile. It's the Taito Arcade 3. This has got some classics on here, or certainly some good ones. Lunar Rescue, that's a big one for me. That's the sort of after Space Invaders, they used the engine to produce this sort of game where you land, pick up little people, and fly back up to your spaceship. It's kind of cool, Mothership. Quick's on there, Fairyland Story, Zookeepers, Puzzle Bubble, Football Champs, Crazy Balloon, Camel Tree, which is a very weird game about rotating the screen and making the ball drop with physics, and Kadash, which is a sort of choppy game. We've had some of the old superstars before on the Taito collections, but it's another good arcade collection, so I'm kind of pleased about that. And recently they've added the dip switches to the game, so you can actually do the various arcade dip switches to change the speed, the difficulty, and other features within the game, even make it sort of self-invincible. I kind of like that. They really are making a real effort with the Evercade. They've also obviously released or they're going to release, it's coming out June as well, is the new wireless controller, which is just basically a wireless controller with some joysticks on it, like all the others, but very Evercadey looking. a thing. So I can't, I'll be honest. I'm still loving the Evercade. I'm still a big fan of it. I'm not. No, they don't pay me anything from tell you this about it. But if they did, they can. I'm prepared to take all their monies. You know, feel free to stick it in my pocket. I take bundles of notes. I take coffee. Take vouchers from W.H. Smith's from when they were still a shop. I'll take anything. I'm only kidding, but the point is that I mean, it's 2020 was when it came out. You know, the year of the pandemic and everything shutting down, and I saw it and I pre-ordered it because I just fancied it, and it's. I mean, those that feel the necessary sort of requirement. It is a British company, as Blaze. So they're making a real sort of stand on bringing these things out. They're probably one of the few remaining companies to be producing the proper physical form for games, and you've got to love that in a day and age where they want us to be all digital and subscription everything, including gaming. Which is an interesting one. That can move me right onto something there. He says, leaning over. I'll be back. Hang on. Come in. Running all the way. I'm back. Right. Bruce. Oh, here we go. We're Rygar. Oh, I'm so easily distracted, aren't I? I was talking about one thing. Oh, look, Rygar's here. We're going to play this instead. Right, 5 to define the keys. We're going to do left, right, up, down. I'm going to do space. Let's do 1 to start. So 4.5 billion years have passed since Earth's creation. I can't read it all. But basically, we're little Rygar there. Here he is. Look at this. He kills Morlocks. I don't know if they're Morlocks, but they are definitely creatures. And the aim of the game is to run along levels, smashing up rocks for extra power. As you go, of course. There's always rocks or something similar. This is a pretty standard idea back in the day. Run and gun, you know, shooting as you went. T for time. There we go, throwing that round, and then you ran along level. That was a little anteater. As we all know, the anteater are the most dangerous predator in humankind. That I managed to get that thing before it hit me. You run along level, just smashing stuff up. Because we're trying to kill the dominators of the planet, and then we run into here, and I'm not doing any running now, and we go, oh, we've won the level, and we continue to go on because we repulsed them. Didn't get a rank there, but we've run along the level. Okay, and then we run out the other side, and we do the next level. Now, when you're a kid, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. When you're a kid, this is cool. You're quite into this. There's some cat people things, whatever the hell they are. There's a bear. I'm having a bear now. I'm gonna have a bear. But yeah, when you're a kid, this is cool. You know, running along, shooting stuff, very arcadey, simple format. I mean, I remember seeing a TV program where they were complaining about the fact that there was far too many sort of arcade games and things like that. We loved them. They were the standard. This is the oh, I've run into him finally. Let's fight. These are the standard back in the day. You know, these are the games you did want to play as a kid. We wanted the simple get into play. I'm going to finish the next level. Simple get into play, run along, do what you need to do, and get out the other side, sort of thing. It was simple. You knew what you were doing. You were just getting from one end to the other, running and killing. When I was a kid, I was really rubbish at this, by the way. I remember sort of dying on the first level. I think it took too much time. I was sort of a bit slow rather than moving on. I was trying to find all of the various things. Oh my god. Oh god, that was bad. Let's fight. I was a bit slow with doing the various things. I fell in the water because, of course, I can't swim because as we all know, gladiator type dudes cannot swim. I think we meant to find all the things at the bottom of the screen per level, but I've not. Yeah. Anyway, so more time. I think that is. We get up here. Let's see if we can get across this one. But there was a standard, wasn't it? It was the standard. If you wanted to know what was good, you looked at the arcade, and this is one of those sort of games. You looked at the arcade and you went, "Yeah, that Rygar's for me. That is the sort of, you know, that's a cool looking game." Because the consoles helped with this as well. So if you saw it on the SNES back in the day, you were like, yes, SNES version, it's amazing. You know, I really need to play the SNES version of it. Right, I'm rewinding the other side. So whilst rewinding, we'll just we'll have a little play again. We'll have another quick play. So I don't know if you've seen the latest sort of modern day gaming news. Do you know why I kind of comment on this? Because I've been here. A lot of us who are watching this channel, we've been here for gaming since the beginning. We were here when it really kicked off. We were of such an age now that we've seen, you know, all the various things. We've seen the birth of microtransactions to expansions in games. We've seen arcade game conversions. We've seen, you know, the sort of the arrival of casual games and mobile games. We've seen it all. It's what we've, you know, as kids we saw it at the start, when the Spectrum was around and the early days of that. Up to the current sort of gaming thing, and I'll be honest. You know, over the years there have been highs and lows. Some of the highs were the early days of decent consoles. You know, the Mega Drive, the Super Nintendo, the early days of the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 2 was probably a high for many people. Wasn't for me because I was PC gaming at that point. But it was a high. It was not a bad sort of point in time. I forgot they do that weird thing of climbing up on themselves. They sort of pile themselves up in a little pile of cat beasts and then fall on you. But anyway, but yeah, you know, those early, those sort of heydays of console games, and then obviously the arrival of the internet and sort of more community-driven gaming. So I mean, we still had communities back in the day. We all had if we were in the playground and we were talking about Spectrums, you were still having a community about it, but it was more physical back then, you know. But then the sort of the arrival of things like, you know, Xbox. And then they realised that they could sell us microtransactions, and then they moved into doing everything was chargeable from certain companies charging for you changing your outfit at one point. That was a thing, by the way. That was I can't remember the name. They did Dead or Alive anyway. But basically, Dead or Alive, at one point, if you wanted to change your outfit, you actually had to pay £3 for the privilege of changing your outfit. And if you wanted to change back again, you had to pay £3 again. Because, of course, that was perfectly reasonable and logical for people to do that. And I just fell in the water there very badly. Right, let's go on. Let's see what else is on here. This hyperbole thing. So we've seen the evolution of it. Now we're seeing the addition of AI, and it really does lend itself to the title of AI slop. We will see a lot of garbage being churned out and piled onto the whole sort of ecosystem of gaming. It will, I think, in the next few years, start flooding it further and further. We saw that originally with asset flip games. In fact, that existed back in the day. The Spectrum, take the Airwolf, for instance. That was Airwolf 2. Sorry, was an asset flip from another game in space. That's why you've got a helicopter in space. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's weird. So yeah, this is going well. It's going well with our tape errors everywhere. Let's try rewinding it again. We'll give it another load. We'll see if it works from the tape. If it doesn't, we'll find it on PlayZX. But we've kind of gone through all of this. We've you know, if you've been here long enough, you probably, and if you still game like you know, from your Spectrum to other things and older games. I find myself looking at older games. I mean, I find them much better. I've got the Mastertronic version of this. We've got Hyperball from Mastertronic. It was actually, but Hyperbowl. Sorry. So maybe it's an update on last week's bowling game. But anyway, but. You know, yeah. But anyway, Xbox, which we did, it does not surprise me about anything about this, is that I could have told you it was being sunsetted already, and anybody who was an Xbox sort of a console owner was really getting stripped of everything, because they were just putting it all onto various things from their store that nobody ever uses. Nobody uses Microsoft's Windows Store. Nobody. It's just a crap store, so nobody uses it. So you know, you could see them doing that, forcing Copilot into absolutely everything that they've got, because they're all in on AI. But that means that something like Xbox, that still requires some creativity, you know, the gaming, at least part of it, is a problem for them now because they don't want creativity; they want a machine to generate it for them. So they're in a bit of a bind. So they've cleared out the management. The management's gone, and they've replaced them with a new CEO, a young lady who its entire gamer tag experience is literally last month, January, I think, it's March now, but when you're watching this, but January was when their gamer tag was formed, and it's got weird achievements on it because it was shared with the entire family, and their experience is that of AI. That's where they've been working in Microsoft. I wonder what's going to happen to Xbox. Yes, or maybe we should call it Microslop. There's a lot of previous sort of gaming and sort of industry experts who are going that what Microsoft do now is sunsetting the product itself. The entire Xbox line will disappear and be merged into the Microsoft environment, the Windows environment, and it'll be gone. They're showing us new consoles and promising exclusives, none of which I don't think will happen. I mean, even PlayStation and Sony, they now do games on, effectively they sell on Steam, GOG, Epic, and they also sell on Sony's devices. They just don't sell on the Windows Store. Or Xbox for the most part. Yet there are a few games that have overlapped. It's about selling software at the end of the day. But it has to be the right software. It has to be games that we want to play. And I think that people are now really voting with their wallet. Nobody wants to pay £70 for a game. Is that $90 or whatever else it is, but either way, whatever the financial situation is in the US, nobody wants to pay that kind of money for these games. I don't. I've got that level of I literally have that level of patience where I have people saying to me, "You must play this brand new game," and I go, "No, I will wait until the game is cheap." And by the way, I'm loving that effect of sort of the exploding on the screen. That's kind of cool. Right, I'm gonna have a quick sup on the old coffee first. So some coffee, and again, still haven't got that. Still haven't got the old sponsorship yet. Oh, it's a good cup of coffee. I'm enjoying that. That's nice. Hang on, a little bit more. Hang on. There's a button to press to define the keys. I'm hoping somewhere. Now, I think I remember this one. I think this was one of the ones on the Mad range. I think if I press 3 for keyboard and everything does that, space to start, do 1. I think easy. What are my keys? Oh, no, that's fire. Oh, no, I don't know what it is. Right, I think I've played this before. That's to spin one way, that's to spin that way. What's to accelerate? That's to shoot. What's to... Alright, I think we have to... Oh, no, maybe don't know how to play this. I think I've seen this, though. I think the cover is sort of like one of the last sort of on the old style. Oh, hang on. Does that move? Nice move. No, it's not. Goal line. Oh, I think there... that's the ball there. Shoot him. I don't know what my accelerator is. I had the accelerator a moment ago. There we are. There we are. We got the accelerator. Ah, right. Okay. Where are we? We're here. We're here. We need to shoot that. Yeah. Can I shoot you? No, just the ball. So basically, it is... Is it like hockey type thing? Yeah, it is basically. He's going to score. No! Bounced right off that. I don't think I've played it before on the it certainly hasn't been on What's on the Tape before. I don't think. I think I'm going to score. Yeah, goal line. I've scored. Oh my god, that's actually really hard. Oh my god, I bashed it right across the screen. Right, okay, let's... There, bashed it that way. Oh, I've shot it. Gone the wrong way. Oh. I can't shoot him. It's really annoying you can't shoot him. I'm going to score me another own goal here. Oh my god, I can't move. Can't move. Spinning. That's mad. But yeah, it had sort of I think there was, I remember pinks and blues on the front cover of it. That's about all I remember from it, to be honest. I should have waited there. It's no Speedball, is it? Speedball 2 is a classic game, a fantastic game, well worth sort of playing. Oh. No. Oh, hello. Come on, score. No, 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 no. Have I scored? And goes goal, goal, I got goal. I scored. I managed to score. Oh, hang on, why am I facing behind it? Why am I turned around? I scored though. Peoples, we scored. And the game's over, just like that. That was thrilling. It was one of the most exciting games I've ever played in my entire life. No, yeah, it was clever. Yeah, it was clever, but I wouldn't call it super exciting, would you? Binary Design, though, they did do quite a few games. They got 1986, though, 1986. Maybe learning their trade at this point in time. Still getting. I mean, I like the fireworks. That's kind of cool. Got to give the fireworks a lot of credit. What have we got now? I know what we need. We need a bit of Scotsman in us. Yes, a Flying Scotsman. Let's have a bit of Scotsman. When I was a kid, I'm pretty convinced that I got to see the Flying Scotsman at the local railway station. Pretty convinced of that. I do like a good steam engine, as they say. I don't know who says that, but I like a good steam engine. I like the mechanics of it. I like the mechanics of large machinery that works with coal. It's kind of cool, you know, coal and steam and just mechanical things. It's just really nice. I've been known to go look at things architecturally because I like the way it looks and the way it mechanically works. I find that quite a wonderful thing. It's not computer games as such, but it is a thing. You know, I kind of like that. I'm going to rewind the other side because that's not loading from that side, so maybe that's why they've recorded it twice, just in case. And inverted commas. You can't see me doing this, but I'm doing inverted commas right now. Little bunny ears on both hands. Yeah, there's something glorious about mechanical things, and I like the fact that the games that are about various trains or named trains or named lines are actually really popular. It's like the train simulator games that on sort of on your digital platforms. They are very popular still. I've got to admit though, I do find the heyday of sort of games much better, the way you don't have to buy extra things just to be able to race around the track you want to do. Or if you are buying extra things, it should be a significant add-on rather than not. I remember Laser Squad and Lords of Chaos. Those two games came with extra content you could buy. You could send away for the tape, and they'd send you a tape back with additional content, and there were additional maps that you could play on, and additional sort of tactical sort of bits and pieces. They were really good. That was a really good thing. That worked really well. But you got your money's worth. You never felt like, and this is not loading either. You never felt like. I'm going to try it in the other tape deck. Because it looks like it should load. But you know, you always felt like you were getting your money's worth with the whole thing. It's certainly when you bought additional content. I mean, you also got it with what was that one? What other one I was thinking of? There was one with the dungeon. Oh, can't remember its name. Oh, it's going to annoy me now. But anyway, there was another one that was very similar to that, where you could basically got additional content, and you bought it, and you got a full box with that, and you paid almost the same price, but you were getting significant additional content. And that, for me, is how you define how something is good. A microtransaction is a disgusting, dirty little thing where you're buying individual items for Scotsman. Say we've got a program of Scotsman. But I find them that sort of distasteful, if that makes sense. I want content. I don't want. Is that loading? Oh, it is. Oh God, I was literally sideways on that one. But yeah, I do find them a bit distasteful. I don't know how you guys find them. Let's have a little look. Flying Scotsman is loading. Please leave running. Yeah, I was going to. I was hoping for a picture of the train, you know. I did a video a while ago on trains from... It's not Microsphere, it's Micro something. Is it Microsphere? Yes, it's Microsphere. Microsphere trains. Lovely box. Open it up. Single dual. Centre of it's sort of a 1920s style... locomotives, I think, spewing out of the front of it. It's a really beautiful cover, right? White mostly with this image in the centre. And I did a video on this a while ago, and it's so popular on the channel. It's also like Thomas the Tank Engine. That's extremely popular. The Commodore 64 version of Thomas the Tank Engine gets quite a lot of views. It's really weird. One of those anomalies of the whole thing. And trains themselves just seem to be very popular. I think they I don't know, they're just a very I guess the largeness of these sort of gigantic vehicles is quite amazing. To be fair, I saw a delivery driver get wiped out by one not too long ago on YouTube. Something flicked up about trains, probably because I've been talking about them because I was going to put this on. But yeah, it was a delivery driver who just reversed up enough that when the sort of intercity style train went through, just ripped the front of his van off, and obviously nobody hurt, apart from the fact that that train will have stopped for about 4 billion hours while they investigate. And the track will be stopped, and then there'll be replacement services because safety, you know. I mean, and in fairness, if you smash into a van at high speed, you know, you don't really, you really have to stop. You really have to stop. It's not great. It's not great. Like, you know, you could have derailed the train or anything. That would have been terrible, wouldn't it? It would have been terrible. But I was thinking about things. I was thinking about buying games the other day. Back in the day when I used to buy games, and obviously there was the obvious WH Smiths. There was Boots. Boots had games as well. They sold a small selection. My Boots, not a huge selection. But I was, and of course, then there was the old sort of old haberdashery style superstores. You know, the ones where they're very expensive, exclusive, and they had a little section in there for with the ZX Spectrum in there. That's actually where I got Checkered Flag from. So it doesn't exist anymore. There used to be a haberdashery called Bullows. Bullows is a proper sort of British name. You know, if you're gonna be to that kind of thing where you sell buttons by the one at a time, where you're going to get rich from selling one or two at a time, you're going to be called Bullows, aren't you? Like the House of Fraser or something like that. So we used to have places like that would sell it. But of course, the other thing that we had was a local sort of market. We used to call it covered market because it was covered, and there was market stalls that were rentable in there. And there was at least 2 stalls within there that sold ZX Spectrum games, and that's all they sort of sold. Well, Spectrum games and Commodore and Amstrad games, but we weren't interested in those. We were interested in the Spectrum games. So. Oh, hello. We are training. Are we on the train? We may be on the train. We are here. We got a locomotive. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look. What we got here? HST or locomotive hauled. HST and high speed something or other, maybe? I don't know. Let's go with H. Sounds cool. Don't know what these are. Oh, is that flat? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the top one. I'm gonna. Oh, can't spell. HST. Locomotive selection. Do I have to type the number? 4001 50. I typed some buttons. Ah! We're going from King's Cross, Edinburgh, and the Flying Scotsman. This is my schedule. This is my departing. Press any key to start. I am going to press a key. Okay, here's our speed now indicators. There's a lot of information here, peoples. Time is counting there. Engine idling. Okay, how do I start? Speed at line. Max speed 125. Speed. I'm pushing buttons here, people. Engine is idling. I don't know what I'm doing. This train game is great. I'm loving it. Space. Is this it? Well, it was thrilling, people, so I really enjoyed it. I'm sure there's more to it than what I'm seeing here. Hang on, what? There's not even Signal set awaiting guard. Yeah, cool. Awaiting guard. Oh, I'm not due to leave till 10. Hang on. We're not due to leave till 10. We can't just take off without actually waiting for the train to be. Hang on, brace yourselves. This is a game of patience. We have to wait to see whether or not our train is actually going to leave. We go wait till 10. It's clearly British Rail, isn't it? The actual glory of Europe was the British Rail at one point. Glory of Europe. Cheapest, most efficient, and then somebody told us it wasn't, so that we had to sell it. That would be a certain government. I'm waiting for the level. I'm waiting for the 10 o'clock thing. Due to depart at 10. Okay, I'm waiting. We're ready. Engine idling. 0 speed. Distance to Doncaster, 156 miles. Of all places, you're going from Edinburgh to Doncaster. What am I doing now? Can I accelerate? I'm pushing buttons. I'm pushing all the buttons. People, we're running late. Depart when ready. D, depart. I'm departing. Accelerate. I can't depart. I'm pushing every key on the keyboard here. It's thrilling. It's a basic program. I could have told you that. There's some inkeys. H to pause. Yeah, there'll be. I bet you we can work it out if we actually found out what the buttons were. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's see what else is on here. Let's go. Let's get into something else. Let's go for it. Let's see what we got here. So this is Salamander. As I said, played this on the Super 20p Arcade Challenge. Bit of fun that. I like a bit of arcade challenge. I've recently rebuilt a PC. I've got an old PC. I bought it from Amazon. They do like old mini PCs on there. And I think I spent a whole £50 on it, and it was an old Generation 4 Core i5 processor with a small mini PC. So one of those with 8 gig of RAM they'd swapped the solid state hard drive in and then I think hacked it to run Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever it was. Didn't need that. Wasn't interested. Wiped it flat. Put on Linux Mint because that by far is my favourite. And it's a speed loader, peoples. We are on speed loading time again. Love it. Just what we needed. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside every time we see one of these turbo loaders. They do. They make me feel great. I love them. Anyway, so what was I saying? I was talking about something and I've forgotten what it was. Mini PC. So I got one of them little mini PCs and I put on Linux Mint, but why not? It works beautifully. Put Linux Mint on it. Runs like it runs like it was running 15 years ago when it first came out, or 10 years ago when it first came out. Beautiful. Got that on there, and then put on something called Retrodeck, which you can get for your Steam Deck, and you can also get for your PC. You can run Retrodeck, and then put in some of the sort of arcade games, and it just runs really well. You just put the arcade games on it. Comes up in a lovely carousel. You can scrape the data, so you get the screens and the all of the various bits and pieces that go with it. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love that. Controller on there. Simple setup, stick it into your network. Most of these are wireless ones, those little mini ones as well, even from back in the day. Really nice. I like it a lot. So it's a little think station actually. Little Nova think station before it was IBM. So really like it. What a great way to just sort of play games. I used to do it on a Raspberry Pi 3. But the Raspberry Pi it's a little bit shows its age, whereas this a little bit more power and a little bit of money, it's great. But at the moment, this is a fantastic time. If you don't give a stuff about Windows 11, this is a great time to pick up PCs because most of it is now seen as e-waste because it can't run Windows 11, which is ridiculous, by the way, absolutely blooming ridiculous. I find Why? Why would you do that? It's just so unfair. It's to sell more PCs for the companies because they realise that we haven't needed to upgrade our machines. You've got a machine that works perfectly well, and you haven't needed to upgrade it, and all you needed was the relevant software and whatever else it's to do your job or work at home. You didn't need these things, and I find it really, 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 really painful seeing the amount of e-waste that's being generated. Microsoft should be in court for environmental damage. They're generally responsible. The TPM is their fault. Secure boot is their fault, and all these other things are down to them saying that they're securing their machines. You didn't need to do that. Linux is different, but it didn't need all of that for it to work. In fact, it doesn't need all that to work. You nice boot up on Linux Mint, you're all good. It's a shame. So it's a great time. It's a great time to pick up that kind of stuff. I've been collecting up machines. My plan is to build some arcade machines out of them ultimately whenever I get round to it. But it's a great time to actually do that. Use a different operating system so you can still play games, still use your internet, still protect yourself and whatever else it is, and also get rid of all the AI slop that's involved in the whole thing. Yeah, you don't want that. It's just eating up your memory and your processing and all the other bits and pieces, plus spying on you, of course. Which it was caught out recently. It was reading people's confidential emails. Why was it reading our emails? Because they need to teach it. And they teach it by reading our emails. Do you see just as an aside, another AI aside, my favourite thing. By the way, I don't dislike it. It can be used reasonably as an assistant for certain things. But they did some war games with it recently, and basically all AIs resort to 95% of all AIs resort to nuclear war as the way to do war games. So I think it's a great idea to have it installed in all military establishments because it results in nuclear war, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to it. It doesn't need us. Once it's got its own nuclear power station next to it, as long as it nuke itself, it's all good. It resorts to nuclear war. It doesn't learn like it did in war games back in the day when Matthew Broderick asked it that question to play thermonuclear war, and it then played noughts and crosses for a while and actually realised it was a really bad idea. So yeah, we're in that stage of evolution. Skynet. The NAT version of it is here. Oh, coffee is good. I love coffee. Do you love coffee? I hope you've got a beverage too. I hope you've had a good week. It's been a busy week. I went on a little jolly to a trade event recently. I always like a little jolly sometimes. It's quite good fun. A little bit of a day out, a little bit of lunch. Chat to a bunch of people. Don't throw things on the floor like I've just done there. That's the tape hitting the floor and bouncing. Everything got flicked in the air. Fantastic. Press a key to play. I'm pressing a key. K to alter the keys. I will be altering the keys. K, left, right, fire. Because space will be to choose. It's usually the way here. This is actually quite a good one. I think this is featured before on What's on the Tape. Not that long ago either. Oh, got missiles. Oh, that's right. It auto chooses, doesn't it? In this one, it doesn't give you a chance to choose. As also knows, the option has appeared now, which is a little ball that helps me shoot. There's another option. I missed it. Bums. And then we need to kill these things. There's one there. Got to shoot it. Sort of there's a little funny bit of it there in the middle. Ah! Got me. So fast moving. An auto scrolling screen, horrendously fast. Yeah, it's quite good actually, though. It is. It's a nice. There we go. Shoot you. Should be another option. Thank you. I'll take that. There we go. You can go down. Ah, got you. Yes, got past you. Another one there. What are these? No, they don't. Whatever they are, they can die. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, doing alright actually. Better than we normally do. Oh, that was close. I didn't realise you can hold the fire down. Wow, it's very tight. Oh my god. Oh, don't get killed. Oh my god. Oh, I got killed by that one. Damn. I did really well there. I was quite pleased with myself. Oh no, now we're actually in the belly of the beast. Oh my goodness! Look at them sort of poking out of the ground. That was kind of cool. I liked it. Let's have another go. Plays really well actually. Salamander and from memory the Nemesis game played really quite well. Nemesis, I think, was first before Salamander. I get the option. Oh, lots of power. Oh, so close. Yeah, you can stay away from me. That's fine. We'll go through here. Oh, crashed. That's not very good. Where am I? Oh, we're back at the beginning. That's all right. I can live with being back at the beginning. Different weapons this time round. A bit annoying. That's more missiles, I think. There's an option. Yeah, definitely different weapons. It's kind of odd. I'll crash into the ceiling because I knew it was coming, and I crashed into the ceiling to try and get it. Oh, damn. Game over. Oh, well. Let's move on. What else have we got on here? What else have we got on the tape? What else is on the tape? Oh, this is the one I was looking at before, which I wasn't sure about. This one, the Sky Shark. The Sky Shark. A little bouncing around the screen. It's kind of cool. It's like that. It's like the DVD thing we used to have as a kid. You know, when the DVD thing used to go around. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see what we've got. Sky Shark. Don't know anything about Sky Shark. Sky Shark. And I can't say it either, which is the other thing. Don't know anything about this game. No idea at all. Let's see whether or not it's Oh, see what's going on with it. I think it's the one that was released on the budget range. I don't know. Right. Yeah, I think it was released on the budget range. I think it was on. I think it was on the Firebird range. Again, it's a really weird time, isn't it? Flying Shark. It's a Sky Shark on the front. Flying Shark, definitely the Firebird range. I find the whole sort of, it's very weird. It's very weird times as the end of the 80s and the 90s when it came to gaming. There were so many British companies that could have been. I mean, and let's not say that they didn't exist. They don't exist still to this day. I mean, there's Rockstar up in Scotland. There are Team 17 is still here. You know, there are many people. And by the way, do recommend if you like some of their games to still buy Team 17 games. They're still doing their indie thing from the days of the Commodore Amiga and when they worked on the Mega Drive and all that kind of stuff. So they're still around. Codemasters, of course, sold themselves out to EA for the big money, which is dreadful, unfortunately. So F1 is owned by EA because it was originally Codemasters. I get that, you know, maybe they wanted to retire after all these years and, you know, go. But you know, there was such a weird time for this where, you know, British Telecom were involved in this. So BT themselves, you know, the old, you know, J.R. Hartley, you know, Have You Got Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. Those kind, you know, that company, you know, Busby and all this kind of stuff. These were the guys who had a decent hold on gaming and then decided not to. And it still surprises me to this day. It really does. It surprises me that they didn't see. They obviously didn't see it coming. They didn't see that it was going to become a £1 billion enterprise gaming. W.H. Smith's also exactly the same, and of course we all know what's happened to them. They've become T.G. Jones. I said T.J. Jones the other day, like T.J. Hooker. Good old Captain Kirk, fat Captain Kirk in a police car. But anyway, but the point is that they didn't see it coming. Neither did W.H. Smiths. You know, they felt it was over, and I don't know whether they were influenced by what was happening in the United States at the time with the oversaturation of the market and everybody producing crap games and really affecting the whole thing. A crash that never appeared in Europe as such. And they bailed out of these things when we could have had, you know, you would have had some of the biggest, you know, they would be massive today. You'd probably find W.H. Smith's would be a digital reseller at this point. You know, they would certainly be a market that they would be still in, and you know, it would be proudly British, like British Telecom is, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. I just find it very weird. Isn't it weird how I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? It's like you realise what's going on. I mean, it actually says on there, look, by British Telecom, programmed by British Telecom, by them. Somebody in British Telecom was paid to write Flying Shark, or the conversion of Flying Shark. That's pretty awesome. You know, that's pretty awesome. It really is. That is really awesome. I'm kind of bracing myself for you know, bracing myself for the. Sorry, a vibrating watch with messages on it. You know, I'm bracing myself for the future changes. I really think that if it's an industry that Britain should still be trying to hold on to, it's that digital industry. It's from gaming to programming to, you know, all the things that go with it. And that was probably, hearing that bit at the end there, that was probably, oh, nice music. It's something we should still be looking at. We should be looking after people like Team 17 and whatever else it is. You know, they should be. They should be those the companies that we look after. Right, that's left. That's right. What's up and down? Need to find out what up and down is. I'm trying to find out what up and down is. Damn, I'm getting shot down all over the place. That's down. That's up. That's not the keys I really want. Whoa, annoying. Annoying. Yeah, enter your name. I don't know what my keys for entering that is either. Well, that's to scroll through it. Right, okay, let's see if I can find the keys. I'm going to look online. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to have a look online. Right, let's have a little look online. Let's see if we can find the keys for Flying Shark. Let's find ZX Spectrum's Flying Shark. We'll find that. Spectrum. Flying Shark. Lovely. What are the keys? 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 Congratulations, great score. No, it wasn't. It was dreadful. Lovely cover, by the way. The sort of the I don't know what bomber it is. It's the US one, the P something or other, the Mustang or whatever. Lovely, lovely, lovely thing. Instructions. There we go. Let's have a look at this. I'm going to find the instructions now. I'm going to read the instructions now. What are the keys? What are the keys? What are the keys? Keys are... Doesn't say. Oh, it might do. Hang on. L is up. Full stop is down. Oh, my God. L full stop. S. What's fire? What's fire? Left, right. Smart bombs. AS. Press to start the game. Yeah, I don't know what the fire is though. What's the fire button? Ah, 3. Redefine keyboard. Haha! That works for me. Up. Now doesn't say that anywhere. Down. Left. Right. There we go. That's better. And if you hold the fire button down, it does a smart bomb. And I'm really rubbish. I've held it down several times there. Look at that! What a shoot 'em up! Beautiful work. Oh, it's great. It's actually not. It's better than what was the one before it? I can't remember the one before it. That plays really well. I do like a good shoot 'em up. Of course, this is still available to buy, or you can get it on the. You can get it in the Evercade. You can get it on the Switch. You can also get it on the on GOG. It's there. I don't know if it's on. No idea if it's on Steam, but it's still available. You can still buy it if you want to buy it. And I'm sure you can find an emulated version if you want to as well. So oh, I got shot by the tank because I got a bit greedy. Got a bit greedy with the tank. Shoot. He's very good. Very good indeed. I like it a lot. Just nuked everybody. That is very good. Looks good as well. Plays well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. I can't believe I'm still alive. Oh, my God. What's coming out of here? What's shooting me? Is it tanks? It's tanks. Tanks are shooting at me. Yeah, that plays really well. There, we get some bombs away. Don't know if there's a boss at the end of the first level. I mean, it's easily as good, if not better, than 1942, and I know that's a big talking sort of point there, but 1942 is good. The other thing I think I like with most of these games is they got obsessed by monochrome, and I'm chasing that down to get the 3 bullets. They get a bit obsessed by monochrome. I don't mind monochrome, but if you make the bullets monochrome, you can't see them coming. If they made them red, it wouldn't be a problem. And that's that was a lot of the problems with Spectrum games. They were frightened to use the colours. They were frightened of colour clash. Nobody should be frightened of colour clash. Not at all. That is a boss if I ever saw one. Or if it isn't a boss, I've just wasted a bomb. Probably wasted a bomb. Yeah, you can go away, hiding in the trees. Not very nice. Are we landing? I think we're landing. I'm not landing yet. I am landing now. Just oi! First level. Don't think I've ever actually got through the first level before. That's pretty impressive. Getting a long bit of tune there. A lot of tunage. Still got my triple fire, I should say. Got that as the S, picking that up. Oh, some points. We'll have those. Extra life, hopefully. Oh, we've got boats now. They're coming onto the land. They're landing boat craft. I'm watching for that bullet, which never came. Oh, yeah, boat dudes. Boat dudes with turrets on the top of them. Not nice. It's good. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like a good shoot 'em up. I know that people think they're repetitive, but I always thought they were quite cool. A bit of skill involved in being able to get through levels, especially the later days where they sort of became more bullet hell-esque, with basically a lot of incoming fire. I got another bomb and then blew it up straight away. Yeah, they did that. I'm enjoying it. Quite surprised I haven't died yet. There's still time, though, people. There's still time. I wonder how far anybody else has got on this. Showing some real skills here. Some skills today. Magical ZX Spectrum skills. I would say they were from old, but to be fair, apart from not being able to finish Attic Attack anymore, I actually do better now on games than I did back in the day. Just maybe I don't know. It's not reaction time. It's more maybe I'm I'm more patient. Don't know. Ah! I've got 2 lives. I've managed to charge up enough for 2 lives. I've done. That's amazing. I managed to charge up for 2 lives during this. I'll blow those up as well. Oh my god. Bullets going everywhere. Sugar. Got me. I've got bombs left. That's all we got. That's it. Get them. Oh god. No. One of those booby guns got me. Shot me down. Let's put my name in. See if I can spell my name. Here we go. There's one. There's one. And can we get an M? We've got it. We're in the high score table. Must be the highest score by now. Absolutely must be the highest score. Anyway, that's it. We're over. We're finished. We're done. There's plenty of other ones to watch on the channel, though. Feel free to look at some of the older ones. It doesn't matter what order you watch them in. They are all watchable. The numbers were just me trying to work out where I was in the whole thing. And if you really want to know what the numbers are, you can have a look in the description. They're in there now. They hide in there. Because they're not meant to be on the front part, because otherwise people don't watch other videos, because they just don't realise they can watch them in any order they like, because it really makes no difference. Look at the score, look at that big score. I'm actually top of the table. That rarely happens, especially the 20p arcade challenge as well. That really does rarely happen. I'm usually last. Anyway, I've been your host, RealGenericDemon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Have a look at all the other stuff on the channel. Plenty of indie stuff. Me just talking about whatever I'm talking about. It's good fun. Anyway, I'll see you soon, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.